Watch from the multitude, they be quick to accuse. When you got different views, just know you gon' pay the price based off the item you choose. Touching the culture, hit you with the
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. The toss right to Geis. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
The ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the draw, they go to Geis. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Minshew sets to throw. He may try and run for... Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. This is fielded at the 27. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 and the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 36-yard
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Edwards-Helaire. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 24. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football...
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off play action, it's Minshew sliding out of the pocket. This is Shenault on the receiving end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. This one out quickly to Westbrook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Complete to D.D. Westbrook.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
2nd down and 5. Again, Minshew looking to throw. To Thompson on the screen. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Minshew quickly completing it out wide. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Down, 50, clear. 6-3, 2-18, chop. Look at me. Score.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And it'll move the chains. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars nothing.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Connection made with Chenault. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Josh Allen.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for him, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Goal to go at the 9-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Shotgun handoff to Thompson, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And he'll get this underneath to Thompson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. On the carry, Thompson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Is good.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. K'Lavon Chason. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 83 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
A gain of
a good pickup there, 21 yards.
Down Jacksonville.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Minshew. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on second down. Minshew. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Eluding the pressure right. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be second down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 31, check 31. Check, crunch.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
11 on the play. First down, Jaguars.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards on the pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their...
He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They give him a gain of 38. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
Mahomes now on first down. And going deep for Hill. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And again, it's Mahomes. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Mahomes now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And goal to go.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. To Thompson on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Minshew. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Frank Clark drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Ball carrier.
Jamal Sheard on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
He was brought down by Levante David. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
44, Mike, 44. Okay, double up. You go tank. You got tank right there. Motion.
Now Mahomes looking for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Jaguars.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready? 15 on. 15 on. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. Hey, box drop. Hey, check mark 50. Mike is a 50.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception. And this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now here's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He'll buy some time right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Check. Lucky.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire sending his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Score, Chiefs 35, Jaguars 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That's a gain of 4.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Minshew with a throw complete to Chenault. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun is Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he'll get this underneath to Thompson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You're not ready. You're not ready.
It'll be Minshew again. Connection made with Chenault. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Chiefs take over.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Clyde Edwards.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
44, Mike, 44.
They'll run it here with Pirine. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Today's final score.
And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.